Yo, what's going on, guys? Your boy Vito here back on the Madden 16 with the next play out of the Gun Normal Y Flex Tight. I've got other videos of it. Just check out my playlist channels. All the playlists are named after the formation that I broke down. And, it's all in the Carolina Panthers offensive playbook. We're working on an ebook for you guys. Me and D-Money are actually talking about it. I think we're 23rd, May 23rd is what time is when we want to release the offense and the defense. But we'll get in that later on, in the future. And out of the Gun Normal Y Flex Tight, which again is in the Carolina Panthers offensive playbook, we are going to come out in Y Sail. And it beats man and zone, so we're just going to come out in a random play, and we're just going to dot it up no matter what it is. So all we want to do is just streak our X receiver just to get him out of the way, and just slant, or we want to streak our Y receiver to pull the zones back. Yeah, that's better. So we just want to streak our Y receiver to do that. We want to hit wire triangle, and then up on the left stick, and then we want to slant our X receiver to do that. We want to hit Y or triangle, X or square, and then right on the right stick to slant, and boom. Then we have a slant over the middle. We have a flood concept on the right, and we have a guy on like a fade streak route, and that's probably going to be a one-on-one situation, and we'll get into that a little bit later. What I really like to do is snap the ball. I'm looking at RB, then I'm looking at X, then I'm looking at A, then I'm looking at all the other stuff. We'll get into that in a second. Let me just run the play a few times first. So I'm going to snap the ball, and I'm going to see that the flats are open, dump it off to the flats. We're going to rack it, get a few yards right there. That was probably about 8 or so before I broke off the tackle. So let's go ahead and do it again. Streak our X receiver, slant our X. Snap the ball. This time we're going to hit the A receiver as he breaks because it's man coverage. Boom, dot, nailed it. Just going to keep running it a little bit. So like I said, yeah, it's pretty much, I'm looking at my RB, then I'm looking at my A, then I'm looking at my X. Sometimes I'm looking at my X, then my A, then my RB. Or sometimes I'm looking at my RB, my X, then my A. It just depends on what the coverage looks like. So I'm snap the ball. I'm going to see it's man coverage, so I'm going to hit my A receiver as soon as he breaks. And we're going to be able to run around everyone and actually score a touchdown. That's actually a tight end, so if you want to put in a wide receiver there or just have a quick tight end like I do, it's going to be a lot better. But Greg Olsen isn't really that quick, but he is a receiving tight end. So we're going to snap the ball. It's man coverage, and this time, I was trying to get it to my slant. My A receiver was open, but I like to try and show you guys every read. So that's why later on in the videos the play looks bad, because I try and do my best to show you guys every read what everything looks like. Usually the flats are not open in man coverage. He probably is decently open right there. I probably could have hit him. The slant is pretty close to being covered. That's why I hesitate a little bit, but you can see my A is actually open when he breaks right there. I could be hitting my A, and I just didn't. But I did actually get hit pretty quick. So we're just going to streak our Y, slant our X just like that, snap the ball, and we're actually going to dump it off to the flats. The guy that was in coverage with us was a safety, and Jonathan Stewart was going to break off 7 tackles because he's a god. Let's just come out, run the play a few more times, streak our Y, slant our X, snap the ball here, man coverage, hit our A as soon as he breaks. Boom, perfect, nailed it, and he's going to break off a tackle. We're just going to go out of bounds. That way we can keep running this play. This play torches man and it torches zone. It's great. But all my plays are going to be man and zone. This time we're going to dump it off to the flats. We're going to run to the outside and actually pick up about 9 or so yards. And it's really that simple. You just want to run it a few times to get used to the reads. I'm going to hit my A receiver here again. And he got bumped all to hell. I should have dumped it off to the flats. That was totally my fault. And this is something I always like to talk about. Just because you think something's going to get open, we have the slant open right here. I definitely could have hit the slant. I also have my flat route open. But I waited back because I knew this guy will definitely get open once he breaks. But because I was dumb enough and I waited and he got bumped enough, that gave him enough time to come in and sack me. So that's why I always recommend you go after whichever read is open and you just want to hit them right away. Because just because it should be open on the field, it doesn't mean that's going to get open in time. My flat route's open and my slant route is open over here in Calvin Benjamin. I definitely just have to make the correct read and get the ball up as soon as possible. But this, since I'm doing this and I'm trying to show you guys every read, sometimes I mess it up. And this is probably not the best play to run in goal line. I have other plays that you can run in goal line if you guys are interested. Definitely check out the rest of the plays and all the other formations. This time we're actually going to dump it off to the slant. We're going to get a nice amount of yards. And that's really it, guys. I mean, there's not really much to the there's not really much to the play, you just run it a few times. You learn the reads, and also you probably can run if they're not blitzing a lot of people. After all, this is the Carolina Panthers offensive playbook. I never really recommend you just take off with your quarterback, but this is the Carolina Panthers offensive playbook after all. And a lot of the schemes, well, not a lot of them, but some of the schemes do require like a fast quarterback. So you got to keep in mind that one of your reads is always taking off with your quarterback if you can. But that doesn't mean that you should. Just because you can doesn't mean that you should. Because I usually like to stand tall and throw dots anyways. But I like to have the option of being able to run if I can. But that's really going to be it for the video, guys. So if you guys like it, give it a like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. It's going to be down in the description below, as always.